Welcome. How are we all going, people? As you can see, the beautiful Villa Theo. This has got some a lot of understandings, a lot of memories here. We've changed so many lives. I want to take you guys in. Push up, Gucci. There's the beast. So before we walk into these doors, there's a lot of history. Obviously, been at this just around the corner. We're in the beautiful Bali in Umalas, and the reason why I've chosen this villa, it is because it's an understanding of life. You really want to pay appreciation to how far you've grown, and you need some sort of judgment. You need some understanding of where you've been, where you're at, and where you're going. I absolutely love the energy here. It's probably the most manifestational retreats, villas that I've done out of the 25, and it's our 25th anniversary, so I'm excited about that, and so should you. So I want to take you through a bit of a view, through a little bit of a tour before behind the scenes, getting all this ready. Just watch the step. There we go. What's going on here? This is one I prepared earlier. He's a bit shorter than me, but he's all right. How you going, mate? You good? You can put your hands down there. It's a form of me. So, come in. I want to show you. So, one of the reasons why we chose Villa Theo again, I think it's about the 6th retreat that we've done, and we've up to 25. It is because it's probably one of the most powerful masculine and feminine villas that we've basically discovered, and it's just worked out perfect for what we want. So I'm going to show you a little bit around. We've got people arriving in about half an hour, so come with me. As you can see, the time is now. That's what it's all about. Check that out. Cool. So, as you can see and feel, the energy is absolutely amazing here. It's great that the bedrooms are basically, right next to where we're going to be in our transformational temple and our Dentity playground. Since I've been here last, everything's grown, which is fantastic. We've got a really amazing relationship with the staff, with the whole team here. They've been a part of a lot of the transformational participants and the systems that we create. So, as you can see, the pool, 5 bedrooms, there's going to be 6 people at this one. Check that out. Come up here, this is where all the magic happens. So the way we'll be rocking this out, let me just turn this down a little bit. So the song that we're playing is the Garmanchu mantra, and what that means is it's 108 chants of the Hindu God's blessing. So before we start, obviously me and Maddie have been going for a little bit of a transformation ourselves, doing a blessing, which is it blesses the actual whole area, which is fantastic. And Joko will be here later to rock that out. So we need to ask the gods a permission for us to be able to. Geez, it's a bit too sunny. I'm going to ask the guides the permission to have an understanding of being able to facilitate this transformational space. If we can turn that down just a little bit. So the way I always like to call it, the good and the evil. So the way the stage is separated as well, we anchor a lot of it from being in the past, but obviously you can see the dark. And then we do a lot of teaching. So that is the past, that is now, and that is the present. And then the way we lead and the way we teach is going to the light, moving to the light. But unfortunately what happens, people are in a tug of war. They're too much in their past, which is finished. They're in their future, which is they're no longer in control of. And they forget to be in the now. So they're about 30, and 40 here. So that, there's a misconception of wasted energy of 60%. So the table is set out in a specific way as well, where we'll be doing the teaching, and where people are going to be sitting is all the different, you're going to have introverts, extroverts, people with different energy, so on and so forth. And it's a perfect feng shui and the yin and yang, which is absolutely amazing. So that's how that's going to rock out. I can't give you too much away. So we always teach the higher the energy output, which the more the energy you put out, the more information you put. So every 45 minutes, we're going to be rocking out high energy, get people up. If anyone's been to a Tony Robbins, you almost feel like you're at a rave party, but you get that information in. So the more energy you got, the more of a transformation you'll get. Check this out. How cool is this little saying? I dream of a better world where a chicken can cross the road without motives of being questioned. How cool is that? So that is basically like to do what you want without hurting anyone, without being questioned about it. So one of the concepts what we're going to really be taking into this room, where we've done a lot of anchoring, a lot of transformation, and see how it's actually set out like a Balinese temple. So I like to call that, it can be, they're both basically temples. The transformational temple of where we learn, and the identity playground is what you learn, you're putting it into role play. So it's not that you just keep it on a piece of paper. What you do, you are going to role play it, you're going to create it, and we're basically computer systems, yeah? So we're going to create the software, and then we're going to program the hardware in here. So you're going to take in the learnings, take in the notes, have the visualizations, hear it, feel it, and know it, and then closing your eyes, taking away a sense, programming it in, moving the body the way you need to move it, and then start moving that identity into creation. So that is the difference between winners and losers right there. Before I trip over the table, we're going to be taking this into a perspective. Let me turn the lights on. Not that they're going to make a difference, but let me turn the lights on. So, we just got a little bit of a glare. We're going to be really taking things to a next level. Instead of it being a separation of the coaches and the participants, we're going to really be bringing it into a heart-to-heart conversation, yeah? So some really good spaces like here, like this, in here, we're going to be going very deep into having conversation, really giving people that understanding of being able to relay information instead of being like a classroom setup, because this is definitely not a classroom. Our retreats, 25, have been so successful because they're very customized, they're very live, and whatever happens, happens, and where the people are or not, we need to always be accountable for that. So having something like this is going to be fantastic as well, where we're going to be holding I think it's called pranayama, which is a yoga, where Maya, a beautiful friend of mine, my sister, that's been on 22 retreats with me, one of the most sought after yoga teachers, will be holding this most mornings, which is going to be fantastic. This year, she's going to be playing a very big role, as the same as the man behind the camera, Matty G. He's going to be absolutely rocking it out there. There's the finger. And there's a story and a lesson behind this finger, guys. It's not that we're just trying to point at each other or be idiots. And the reason why I say try, because we're not doing it. So that's going to be fantastic. Obviously, we've got Alana coming back from May, coming back as a lead, and that's going to be great for her to bring in where she's gone right and where she's gone wrong, what not to do and what to do. So that's going to be fantastic. Really looking for that. And then I've got my mentor, my coach, and every coach has got a coach. He's going to be rocking it out, and Herb's going to be here on a few different days, so that's going to be really fantastic. So you can see where I've got my knowledge of how I've been led, and more importantly, then when you know where someone's growing, when you always see a lady or a girl and you look at her mum and you're like, wow, she's going to turn out like her. It's the same, but I'm better looking than Herb, of course. Okay, so that's how we're rocking this out. This is going to be absolutely fantastic. So what I want to tell everyone, and how amazing is this view? Firstly, let's have a look at that. It's going to be the way we're going to really facilitate this transformational space, and from then on, it's going to be relaxed when it needs to be relaxed. It's going to be intense when it needs to be intense, and that's what it's about. Matty put this really cool. It was a story or a clip that he was talking about understanding when people are going through whatever they're going through is. We're on the same journey, but we're just further, yeah? We're not textbook warriors. We've been there. We understand where people are coming from. Matty being a parent and being through that himself, he can relate to the parents that have had similar situations through my life. I haven't really felt many, fortunately, but unfortunately, too many people that have been where I've been, because then I can talk, consistently, congruently, how to get out of it or whatnot. So the yin and the yang in this, I know you guys, I know it's through the screen and you can't really feel it, but if you're very intuitive with energy and the spiritual alignment, that this place has got some really, really amazing energy, and the feng shui and the masculine and feminine, the yin and yang, is really powerful here. As you can see, the feminine is the flowers and the blossoming of the purple, and the masculine is the strong, stern wood that's got the backbone, which is the pathfinder, which is basically, you know, that keeps everything together. And then, you know, obviously the feminine energy brings in the beauty, brings in the sexual energy, and it basically brings everything together, which is fantastic. And I love bonsais, and these big trees remind me of bonsai, so I'm really excited about that. So I'm going to show you why this place is called Villa Theo. So the owners are friends of mine from the Netherlands, and this is Theo. So say hello to Theo. For so many years, I'm like, why do they call it Theo? Is the owner's name Theo? And they go, no, their dog's Theo. So Theo, this is Theo's villa. Haven't met him yet, but I think he's in, they live in Monaco, so not a bad place. Where this is set up as well, you know, everyone is going to be in separate rooms. Obviously, there's going to be a couples in the larger room, and that has been purposely set out. The energy is being set there. I'll take you for a little bit of a walk where we're going to actually have the yoga. If it's not going to be in here, so we've got a lot of, there's so many spaces that we're going to be working with and really creating the magic, which is fantastic. So connecting with nature is that as well, you know, a lot of grass area, which is great. There you go, look at that, the blossoming of purple and pink and yellow. I didn't even realize that, looks real beautiful. So just watch your step down here. Yesterday they just put a new temple in here. Look, it's so much more room. They put a temple down the back there where it's being blessed, and they've obviously done a clearing and a cleansing and that. They had half the village here, which was fantastic, so you can feel the energy. So this decking is where, you know, especially if we're going to be rocking something out early in the morning, it's going to be fantastic. And again, it's a very great you know, conversational space and confrontational space as well, where to take people out and be able to work with them there. And that's been a really cool addition to all of that as well. And the sun comes out. There you go. Thank you, universe. So I'm excited on a number of occasions, and just even being here, you know, looking at through these eyes and having the, we'll just move out of the sun. And yeah, so I'm excited. I'm emotional. I'm put into a I don't know, a mixed bag of feelings and emotions, because the reason why Maddie goes, why are you choosing a place where there's been past experiences? Why are you choosing? And he goes, how are you feeling with it? And I said, I'm feeling fantastic, because I know through this journey is that there's no point saying to people, when you have grown, look at these years that have come past, and back into a place where it's like, okay, cool. You know what? If I didn't practice what I teach you, I wouldn't be able to bring myself back here. I wouldn't be able to say, well, you know what? I believe in what I'm doing. I believe in my growth, because emotional, you know, anchors, emotions, memories, and all that stuff, and it would really, you know, take me to my knees. So there's a reason why for the 25th